There you go, Sam. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yes. Hey, everyone.
Sam?
Welcome to another backstage interview with one of our demo night People's Choice winners. My name's Sam Steele. I'm an entrepreneur in residence at City Ventures, and our goal at City Ventures is to ignite the startup ecosystem in the City of London. We want to break down barriers to entrepreneurship, build communities where entrepreneurs from any walk of life and background and investors can meet and talk in a friendly, supportive environment. And Stuart collaborates with us and runs the international startup networking group Canopy. Stuart, give us a quick summary of what Demo Night is about.
Demo night is very different to a pitch night, although at first signs when you walk in, you might think it's the same deal, but the idea of demo night is to learn. The number one reason that startups fail is because we build stuff that we think is awesome and nobody else cares about at all. And what we try and do is fill in all those blanks around a founder at demo night and give them an opportunity to get critical feedback from peer group, but also a really broad church of people so they can really see all those things in their peripheral vision that maybe they were missing before.
Great. Thank you. And as you can see with us is Federico Soresi. Have I said that right, Federico?
Yeah, that's right. Thank you so much for having me here.
So Federico, you're the CEO and founder of Linkable. Can you tell us, first of all, what Linkable is and how long it's been running?
Yeah, absolutely. So Linkable is an all-in-one solution to help e-commerce brands find the right creators in a way that is performance-based and, most importantly, authentic. Our platform helps streamline all the partnership processes between e-commerce brands and creators, making sure that we can connect both sides in the most effective way, and we can provide both sides with the right tools to track performance, which is something that early stage brands are particularly keen on when it comes to influencer marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry to interrupt you. I was going to say, what was the pain point that you identified? How did you come up with this idea?
Yeah, absolutely. What I would say is that many early stage brands these days struggle with, there's a few different steps they struggle with, but the most important one I would say is finding the right creators to partner with when it comes to their product campaigns, but most importantly, tracking performance. And that's where Linkable comes in. We help these brands track their performance in real time. So as a brand, you can find the right people to promote your products, and you can also manage and track in real time how well they're performing. So they're able to see how much each creator has sold, how much traffic they've generated through their social media channels, and so on and so forth. But we also help with other different stages of the collaboration processes, such as managing payments and payouts. So in essence, we're an all-in-one ecosystem for both sides to partner and then track performance and manage payments and payouts. And this obviously saves a lot of time on both sides, as they can just use one tool as opposed to many different ones, or partnering with an agency, which might be very expensive for a brand that has just started off.
And was it a problem that you yourself experienced? Were you trying to find brands to partner with? Is that what gave you the idea?
Well, it's a quite interesting story in the sense that back in the day when I was at university, I ran I would say it was my first real venture, my first real business. We used to organize student nights for students at our university, and as with many entrepreneurs, I guess sometimes you jump into something without really knowing that word as well as you should. So we came up with this initiative, and we were like, okay, we're going to organize this set of events. We thought there was a gap for it, but we didn't really know what we were doing, to be honest with you. And we didn't know how to market this event effectively. So we wanted to go really big on this one. We rented out a nice venue with, the funds we had at the time, obviously, not much. And, it was quite high expectation on the venue owner side for us to, in terms of us delivering, in terms of numbers and attendance. But as I said, we didn't really know how to market the event, and we got by 24 hours before the event, we barely sold any tickets. So we now had a problem, right? How are we going to fill out this venue with only, I think it was 100 tickets out of 2,000. So there was quite a lot of capacity. And that's where I first started using influencers marketing to actually drive sales. We decided to give away a ticket for free in return for a post or a story on these people's social media. And these people were not necessarily big celebrities. They were more like what they call micro influencers. But that was really a game changer for us in the sense that we ended up selling out the event just by using content creators and by offering them some sort of incentive to promote the event. A few years down the line at the agency, I decided to dig in to this problem even further by working with many clients on the agency side, which faced a similar issue when it came to market, when it came to marketing their products. So it was something that I kind of like. It was, I would say, it was an intuition I had when I was way younger, and then across time, I decided to dig back into it because I've noticed that it was such a much bigger issue than what I initially estimated it to be.
Brilliant. That's such a great story. It's such a great example of experiencing something firsthand and then gradually letting the idea percolate around in your mind and then actually setting up a company to do something about it. So how long has your company been set up? How long has Linkable been up and running?
So Linkable has been operating, I'd say, for a year and a half now, around this time. Obviously, that's the time it took from for us to came up with the initial idea and then make it happen. So we are a relatively new company, but we're growing rapidly, which is always good.
And so I've had a look at your website, which looks great. How many paying customers have you got?
At the moment, we have roughly 20 paying customers on the brand side, and around 200 creators on the creator side. Obviously, we are a marketplace, so we're aiming for much higher figures in the coming months. The idea is to have thousands of brands on one side and thousands of creators on the other side, so that there is enough demand and supply for both sides.
Well, that's not a bad start for 18 months worth of work, though. So you demonstrated that you have paying customers on both sides of your matchmaking business model. So that's really good. So tell me about demo night then. What made you want to come and pitch at demo night?
I should say,
find out about demo night? Yeah.
Federico nearly didn't give a demo, which is really quite an irony, because we were struggling with all the last minute administration. We struggled to get hold of him in the readiness for the thing, and we were just going to have to make a few changes last minute, and we were actually going to drop him off the card and get on with the demo night as it was. And he gave me so much grief. He was like, dude, I'm totally flown back for this. You've got to let me do this. You've got to make me do it. Give me the space. And look what happened. He became the People's Choice vote. So I think it's serendipity, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, well, I first came across Demo Night a few months ago, actually, as an attendee. I find these kind of events particularly interesting in the sense that you really get to see and feel what your audience thinks about what you're building and how you're going about it. So I firstly joined as an attendee, and then, as Stuart mentioned, I reached out to actually participate and demo Linkable. But yeah, it was a really great experience. It's really good to get out there. I think this is something that many early stage founders overlook, in the sense that sometimes we end up obsessing about the problem we're trying to solve without really getting some live feedback from what could be our potential audience. So I think it's really important to get out there and see what people think about what you're building and get valuable feedback about it. In terms of the night itself, I think it was again. I think it was really great. I mean, lots of interesting startups pitching, and yeah, lots of interesting questions from the public as well. I love to get challenged about what I'm building, and I also like the fact that people could vote live, in the sense that sometimes people tend to be a little bit too polite when it comes to sharing their opinions. So, you know, they might not want to hurt your feelings or tell you what they really think about what you're building or how you presented what you're building. Whereas the fact that you can vote while people are pitching, I think that helps a lot from a founder's perspective.
Gets you some feedback.
You get to receive some raw feedback, which often founders don't receive when speaking with their close friends or family members, right? It's hard to give someone you're close with some really honest and brutal feedback, and I think that sometimes helps a lot.
What was it that you? So was feedback the main thing that you wanted to get out of demo night? Because Stuart, it's very clear that this isn't about pitching. It's not about trying to sell your product, is it, Stuart? I mean,
that's right, and we try and bring people down to 4 slides at most if we can, and then get the product out there so that people can really see it. And the way we describe it is, if you were Coca-Cola and you came to demo night, you could put a slide of a can of Coke up there and tell everybody how great it tastes. Or what we would want you to do is give everybody a can of Coke, let them open it, drink it, and let them tell you how well it tastes. And, I don't know what Federico thinks, but there's something you did on the night that's special, because there were 3 really good. I mean, all of them gave great account of themselves, but there were 3 very closely matched startups. You being the one that came up with the People's Choice, and you were all vying for votes. What do you think that you did, in sort of matching with Sam's question, what did you come to achieve that made people vote you up, as opposed to, say, Stilo or Adam's one, where they, you were so close in the rankings with each other? What's the secret sauce here?
That's a tough one, but I mean, it's definitely a learning curve for me as well, right? You always learn by doing, which I think is it's something very important to consider. The more you do, the more you learn. So I don't have all the answers right now. What I would say is that I like to engage with the audience I'm speaking with as much as possible, even after the event has ended. So even after the pitch, I like to have one-on-one conversations with people from the audience which were curious about what we're building or had some additional questions. And I think that helps a lot, in the sense that perhaps while you're pitching, you get to hear all the surface questions, and then after the event, you might be able to dig a little bit deeper into that. So that's something I usually do. Apart from that, I guess it's hard for me to tell. As you said, the other startups were really good as well. So I guess it could have been a combination of factors. When it comes to this sort of events where there isn't much time available, I try to focus on a few key concepts rather than go through every single slide. I think that helps a lot. Sometimes the less you say, the better it is. I think that as founders, sometimes we try to talk too much about what we're building without realizing that on the other side, people might not have the capacity to absorb all that knowledge within that time frame. So sometimes it's best to say less, but make it clear as opposed to try to run through every single slide, commercial model, market, go-to-market strategy. So perhaps that helps as well.
Okay, so Federico, we try and keep these little chats to around 15 minutes. So before I let you go, I do want to ask you what your top tips are for any aspiring entrepreneurs. You're only 25. You seem to have achieved an awful lot in the last 5 years. I think you're really impressive. What would you say the most important things are that people need to know if they want to do something similar to you?
Yeah, I'll try to be as brief as possible. What I would say is start before you're ready. In this kind of industry, but I think when it comes to entrepreneurship as a whole, you're never going to be fully ready. So just give it a go before you're ready, and then try to learn as much as possible as you go, as you progress. And also, I would say surround yourself with people which are like-minded. That's very important. As I think for any entrepreneur's journey, there's always ups and downs. And not to be pessimistic, but it's often more the downs than the ups. So being surrounded by people that genuinely want to see you win and believe in what you're doing, it's critical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. I think those are two really good observations, really, which is get going, get started, and make sure you have a really good, positive team of people around you.
Absolutely. And persistency. I think persistency is absolutely key. It beats everything else.
Yeah.
So
I agree. Stuart, any comment to make?
I think Federico embodies those thoughts very well, and if he hadn't been persistent, he wouldn't have even got the opportunity at Demo Night and wouldn't be the people's choice, and we can do extra things for him as a result, but that persistent approach, that not letting it go, seeing an opportunity and grabbing it, I really admire that in him. And even today, he's in Ibiza, he's in a co-working space, he still made time to do this interview and to be part of the community and give the gift back of this wisdom that at 25 he's already accrued and he's giving to other people because he's a citizen. And I think that's a really admirable thing as well.
Brilliant.
Yes,
I agree. Federico, did you enjoy your experience of pitching at Demo Night?
Yeah, it was once again, it was such a great experience. I highly recommend it to anyone who's getting started on their business idea or has already advanced to further stages. I think it's a great occasion to meet like-minded founders, get valuable feedback, and be part of a community of like-minded people. So
Brilliant. Thanks,
I'd highly recommend it. Yeah.
And on that note, Stu, when's the next City Ventures Demo Night that people can come along to?
It's always the second Wednesday of the month. May is very exciting because we're getting a bigger venue even than the last couple of times. We keep getting very close to the old fire code, so we're getting bigger and bigger venues each time. And of course, we're only a month or so away from June and London Tech Week, so very excited about that, which will be the biggest event of the entire year for us in the London calendar.
Great. And if anybody's listening to this, they want to come along to Demo Night, they want to find out about City Ventures, go onto our website, cityventures.co.uk. That's cityventures.co.uk. Or you can have a look at Canopy, can't they, Stuart?
Absolutely. Yeah, and we've got all the events for the year on our Luma site, so just pop over there and have a little look. Next Demo Night we're actually running is in Lisbon next week. So we're looking forward to that one as well. And the last couple of months, we've actually managed to do 3 each month in different locations as well as London. So it's been a really good period.
Busy. Okay, right. Well, I think I'm going to have to let you guys go. I shall look forward to speaking to our next Demo Night People's Choice winner next month. But Federico, really lovely to meet you, and well done. I'm going to watch your company grow with real enjoyment.
Thanks again.
Thanks, everybody.
Lovely to meet you.
Bye-bye.